Hello, my name is Gabe. For this problem, we're given two matrices, A and B, and we're asked to find A plus B, A minus B, 3 times A, and 3 times A minus 2 times B. So let's begin by finding A plus B. Let's start by writing down our matrix A, which is 8, negative 1 in the first row, 2, 3 in the second row, and negative 4, 5 in the third row. And our matrix B is the matrix 1, negative 1, 1 down the first column, and 6, negative 5, 10 down the second column. Now to add two matrices, we just add the corresponding entries. So for instance, when we're looking at the first entry in our resultant matrix, it's going to be 8 plus 1, which is going to give us a 9. In our first row, second column, we'll have negative 1 plus 6, which is 5. In our second row, first column, we'll have 2 plus negative 1, which is 1. Second row, second column, we'll have 3 plus negative 5, which is negative 2. Third row, first column, in the third row and the first column, we'll have negative 4 plus 1 is negative 3. And in the third row, second column, we'll have 5 plus 10, which is 15. So this matrix right here is our matrix A plus B. For part B, we're looking for A minus B. Let's begin by just considering that A minus B is equal to A plus negative 1 times B. We'll use this piece of information to find A minus B. So let's begin by writing down our matrix A. And here we're going to add negative 1 times our matrix B. So our matrix B was 1, 6, negative 1, negative 5, 1, and 10. Next, we'll want to find negative 1 times our matrix B. Well, all we have to do to find negative 1 times our matrix B is multiply each entry in our matrix B by negative 1. So we're left with our matrix A, which is 8, 2, negative 4 down the first column, negative 1, 3, 5 down the second column. And here we're going to add negative 1 times our matrix B, and we obtain this just by multiplying each entry by negative 1. So our first row will be negative 1, negative 6. Our second row will be 1, 5. And our third row will be negative 1, negative 10. Now we add these two matrices in the same way that we added the two matrices in part A. So we'll have 8 plus negative 1 is 7. Negative 1 plus negative 6 is negative 7. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 plus 5 is 8. Negative 4 plus negative 1 is negative 5, and 5 plus negative 10 is negative 5. So our matrix A minus B has 7, 3, negative 5 for the first column, and negative 7, 8, negative 5 down the second column. For part C of this problem, we're asked to find 3 times the matrix A. So let's begin by writing down 3 and our matrix A, which was the matrix 8, 2, negative 4 down the first column, and negative 1, 3, 5 down the second column. Now to find 3 times our matrix A, we just multiply each entry in our matrix by 3. So multiplying 8 by 3, we have 24. Multiplying negative 1 by 3, we have negative 3. Multiplying 2 by 3, we have 6. 3 by 3, we have 9. Negative 4 times 3 is negative 12. And finally, 5 times 3 is 15. So here's our matrix 3A. For part D, we're asked to find 3A minus 2B. Well, here, we already know what our matrix 3A is. It's this matrix right here. So let me begin by writing that down. It's the matrix 24, negative 3 in the first row, 6, 9 in the second row, and negative 12, 15 in the third row. And we want to subtract 2b, but remember, this is really the same thing as adding negative 2 times our matrix B, which is the matrix 1, negative 1, 1, 6, negative 5, 10. So here, if we go ahead and multiply our matrix B by negative 2, we end up with the equation, our matrix 3A, and to this matrix, we're adding negative 2 times B. So we'll multiply each entry in our matrix B by negative 2. So we'll have a negative 2, negative 12 in the first row. We'll have a 2 and a 10 in the second row. And we'll have a negative 2, negative 20 in the third row. Now to find 3A minus 2B, we just need to add these two matrices. So begin by adding 24 and negative 2 will give us a 22 in the first row, first column. Adding negative 3 and negative 12, we have a negative 15 in the first row, second column. Adding 6 and 2, we'll have an 8 in the second row, first column. Adding 9 and 10, we'll have a 19 in the second row, second column. Adding negative 12 and negative 2, we have a negative 14 in the third row, first column. And finally, adding 15 and negative 20, we have a negative 5 in the third row, second column. So our matrix 3A minus 2B has first row 22, negative 15. The second row is 8, 19. And the third row is negative 14, negative 5. Thank you.